welcome back to Cousin John, or that's my other channel, John Smith 1-2. So this is going to talk about two instances where a business does get a second chance and a business that lost all future business of mine on just the first trip to that business. So I go out of town a few times a year, go eat at the same places, go see a good friend of the family, and, well, decided to try somewhere different. For breakfast, we couldn't get together till the afternoon, so I walk in to what appears to be a family type owned sit-down restaurant, and I walk in, wait, and am eventually told, anywhere you want to sit. Okay, great. So I sit down, I wait several minutes, finally a menu is brought to me along with silverware, and what would you like to drink? Coffee, cream, and sugar, okay. And so the coffee, cream, and sugar come in a timely manner. And I love my coffee, so I've drained the first cup of coffee while looking at the menu. I'm ready to order. Waiting for a coffee refill and to order. And everybody's standing up front, visiting, chatting, and having a fun time. Well, eventually, one of them comes over, are you ready to order? Now, bear in mind, because I've been looking at my watch, it's been about 6 minutes. Yes, first I'd like more coffee, and then I'll order. And so, I get my coffee refill, and what would you like? I place my order, and please keep the coffee coming, check back on a regular basis, because I do drain the coffee. Well, my order comes, and I ask, and more coffee please, and so I'm sitting there looking at my food, nothing to drink with it. After a period of time, I get my coffee, and now I eat, and I'm waiting for the check, waiting. They're standing up front, visiting, chatting, having a good time. I get the check, and leave the tip on the table, cash out. Now they got a second chance, and the close friend of the family I went to meet, we walked in, sat down, much better the second time through. So yes, at times a business does deserve a second chance. In the second case though, no way, no how. So I had and this is years and years ago, I had a 1977 Chevy Impala, 4-door. Low beam headlight was out, and this is where you took off the ring around the headlights. Excuse me. Took off a few screws and replaced the entire headlight assembly, which is quite some time ago, obviously, not like today's cars. But, and I honestly do not remember if I bought the headlight bulb. Excuse me, but I couldn't get the screws on the ring around the headlights off. They were somewhat rusted on, or something wasn't right, they wouldn't come off. So I went to a local repair shop, auto repair facility, and how much to just take and replace the headlight. The low beam is out, and they had side-by-side headlights, low beam and high beam, separate assemblies back then. So the person quotes like $15, it's just a small 2 or 3 man operation, not a national chain or anything. And I'm, okay, if you can replace it, great. So the individual eventually gets the headlight ring off, gets the old bulb out, and installs the new one. We check, doesn't work. He checks a little closer. Oh, this is a high beam headlight. It has to have a low beam headlight. That's $15. Again, I may have bought the headlight, he may have provided the headlight, I don't recall. It was, what, in the early 80s, maybe mid-1980s. In any case, well, that's no good. Since you got everything busted loose, let's just put in the old one and I'll get a new one. Or you had the high beam and didn't have the low beam, something. But it was 15 plus the part, or 15 and I had the part. In any case, to take out the headlight, the high beam that was installed in the low beam, and put the old one back in, was another $15. And my contention was, well, you're the professional, you should have checked and made sure. And his position was, well, you provided me what should have been the right one, or I picked up what should have been the right one and it wasn't. So it's going to be that cost again. And I think it was 15, it might have been 20 in any case. So it's double the cost to put the old one back in. And we went back and forth, and in the name of good customer service, you just, gee, sorry I didn't catch that. I'll put the other one in. And I hope to see you for future business. Instead, I'm, what, 15 bucks? Whoever was at fault, we missed it. Just 15 bucks and put, no. Headlight removal and replace is 15 or 20. I can't remember specifically. And he calls the cops. And while the cops are on their way, he's telling others in his shop, hey Joe, this guy doesn't want to pay for his headlight replacement, so I might have to put a lien on it. You want to buy this car for less than $100, less than 50 bucks? Heck yeah, put me down. Now, to be that insulting and demeaning, and the cops came and said, well, if the man did the work, you give him his money, there's nothing we can do. So I paid. Grudgingly, but I paid, and okay, thanks, have a nice day. And I've not been back to that auto repair shop since. Instead, I found another shop, straightforward, does wonderful work, and the previous shop lost a long-time customer over $15 or $20. That's one that doesn't deserve a second chance, because what could they pull if I leave the car for work that they might charge for or not do? I mean, a stand-up individual would have said, yeah, 15 bucks. Sorry I didn't catch it, because ultimately I feel, and maybe you feel different, it's his responsibility to make sure it's the right part, regardless if it's a headlight or anything else, to double check prior to install. So that's his loss. I'll go by that shop when I'm running errands on occasion and just kind of shake my head. So you got me for an extra $15 or $20, but you lost out long term. So that's how you get where I gave a business a second chance. But nope, you lost out on many hundreds, if not a few $1,000s worth of future repair work for the quick dollar now. Really a shame. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. Help this little channel grow if you would, please. Check out other videos, might be some that would be of interest to you. And hope to see you stop back by. Take care, have a good one.